Thanks for everyone who joined us on the live stream from last night. We went to a very cool place, and well, I kind of DJ'd the first part, and then my boss showed up. He DJ'd the second part, but not a great turnout. But I had a super fun time anyway, because I was just like, just enjoying it and hanging out with you guys and being a little goofy. So it was a good evening. I don't mind. It's I always have fun. So today we're probably going to do kind of the express version again. People have kind of said, well, let's do it a little faster, get through a little quicker, and then you have your whole day to do whatever it is that you do during the day. So we're just going to try and speed it up a little. So this is the beginner get ready for the day routine, where we just kind of do a whole body warming up, getting moving, getting a little more mobile, a little bit of strength, but really, really geared towards anybody and everybody, even if you've never done anything before. It's progressive, so if you want to go back and see earlier versions, we've got those posted. And slowly but surely, after this we'll jump on, we'll do an intermediate routine, and after a little break we will get on again and do our choreography workshop. So we finally finished Never Enough from The Greatest Showman with the bachata mix, and today we're going to change pace a little bit, do something completely different. It's going to be a short one just because it's like there's certain elements that I want you guys to practice, or maybe that we break down a little bit that you can carry over into anything else that you're doing, anything else that you're dancing, because, of course there's like things that you repeat over and over. I mean, you turn, you jump, you do certain steps, you balance, all that kind of stuff. So this is just, it's La Japonaise, so I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It was kind of mixed opera pop by Queen, 1987, and it's got some just really, really wonderful moments in it, and a good feeling. So I want us to practice a little bit of grounding, of slower movements, of kind of using finer movements while we're doing it. So it's really kind of an exercise in that, but we'll get to that after all of this. So there flies. Take your feet, but they're a little wider than your shoulders. I want you to think of them like tree trunks. Those trees are rooted deep, deep, deep into the ground, way down. So all this feels super sturdy. And we're just gonna breathe in and breathe out. So I'm breathing in through my nose, pulling in that oxygen, letting it go through my body, and breathing out through my mouth. Now today we're gonna do a little more, as we've started with our knees, with our cores. We're gonna continue a little more on that today. But for today, we're just going to bring in the shoulders up as you breathe now, and bringing them down. Now as you breathe, I want you to just kind of, about loosening your knees, not really bending them, but just kind of letting them go so they're not completely straight. And just kind of going up and down like that. That's going to start our day. And as you rise up, bring your arms up and down. Like you're pulsing. Arms go up, knees straighten, and exhale, going down. And we're going to start a little higher. Thank you. And bring them back down. And shaking your head from side to side. This is a small movement. Think about keeping, now these are just feelings because of course your neck isn't actually still, but think about keeping your neck still and just your head is moving on that joint there. Bringing down, bringing back to the middle, and then again, it's like having just the top of your neck, that bob up and down. And coming back to the middle. And now think that your chin is loaded with something very heavy and it's dropping down. Not that simple. So you're going to drop it down, and then you're going to roll one ear to one shoulder without coming up. And then that heavy chin's gonna drag down. And to the other shoulder. And just dragging down. And to the other shoulder. And we're gonna roll back and forth. This is one we do every time. Next are gentle. We don't want to be crazy with them, but we do want to keep them mobile. But if you have neck issues, you're gonna skip this one. And one more, and then we're gonna come down to the middle, raising it up, and rolling your shoulders back, and rolling them back, and rolling them back, and rolling them forward, and forward, and forward. Now we're gonna roll them back again, and this time I'm gonna feel like they're dragging your body with you. So it's not just your shoulders, it's your whole body. Taking and rolling it back, and rolling it back. Hi, Greg. And rolling once more. Good to see you this morning. Rising that chin up, like your chest up rather, like it's being tugged to the sky. And coming back and forth. Here it's just your upper body. So think about keeping the rest of it still. And if you can, kind of keep that little softening of the knees going up and down while your upper body is just going from side to side. And then forward to back. We're starting small. And coming back up. You can give your legs a shake in between. And think about clenching your stomach, leaning forward, and straightening back up. And tightening that stomach. It's like you're bowing at the waist. So it's not your whole body going forward. It can be a small movement, but you want to feel like you're tightening this area. If you can't feel it, put your hand in it. You're going to visualize where that muscle is, where that bend is. Start to strengthen this more and more as we go on. And now as you're coming up, I want you to feel like somebody's stretching you way up, right in here. And you can put your hands right on there and feel like, have them do the work of your muscles so your body feels where they are, right? So I'm feeling my stomach tighten here, and then I'm feeling it stretch up. Tightening here and stretching up. And now we're going to just go from side to side, but this is a little bit of a bigger bend. You don't want to move your hips very much. You want to keep them mostly in place. And back from side to side. And coming back up, I keep switching directions so you can see. And then just put your hands wherever they reach. And I just want you to feel like you're watching the birds, but with your whole body. So you're not just looking up, you're kind of bending your whole body back and coming back straight. Again, very small movement. And I just want you to think about this lengthening as you're looking up. And this is lengthening and then pulling you back. And lengthening and pulling you back. And lengthening and pulling you back. Your legs a little shake in between. And now we're going to do a slightly larger knee bend. This is not your full knee capacity. This is just a little bend. And up and down. So knees are something that, if we don't take care of them, they tend to betray us. So we are going to try and strengthen them little by little. And as you're going up and down, I want you to feel like your feet, and remember they're rooted deep down, and like you're heavy, like you're being pulled into the earth. So feel that weight going down. Try and keep it more of the balls of your feet. And shake. And grab onto something nearby that's sturdy. I don't have anything nearby, I always have to pretend grab. And you're gonna stretch one leg out behind you, bend the forward one, lean into it, give that a little stretch. You can bounce a little on this one, or you can just lean in. But these are all slow and continuous movements. This is mostly for our fascia, we're going outwards in. And coming back up, and then we're gonna kind of sit back on that back leg. And bend the forward one if you need, or you can keep it straight. And you'll feel a different stretch as that back one bends. And flipping it around, we're gonna do it on the other side, holding on. One leg is bent in front of you, the other stretched out behind. And coming up, and keeping your weight more on the back leg. That's a totally different stretch, and if you need more balance, you can the front one. And going back to that first leg that we had behind us, so we're just gonna wiggle our ankles back and forth. You can lift that into the air to do it. And then we're going to flap them up and down. You can also keep it on the floor. And switching to the other leg, wiggling it back and forth. Waking it up, it's been asleep just like the rest of us. And flapping it up and down, either on the floor or on the air if you've got something to hang on to. And coming back to our nice tree position. We're gonna do our bends from the waist again. You can bend your knees for this one. And again, I want you to feel it tightening in here and then lengthening it in here. And use your hands to feel it. Kind of visualize it in your head, what that feels like. A lot of times, if we haven't activated a part of our body at this point, it takes a minute for, well, more than a minute, I say a minute, but it takes a while for that pathway to open and to really feel it. Because every time you do something, and there's so many parts of the body, you can't possibly use them all in a day. Even if you're a dancer, like, you know, it's, it would be too much. So each time we have to just kind of feel those movements. And coming back up, and widening your fingers with like a fan, and closing them. And try and do the same with your toes at the same time. Try and make your toes mimic what your fingers are doing. So they're kind of clenching and then they're opening like a fan. And again, if your toes don't do this, you're visualizing and thinking about what that would feel like. And wiggling your wrists back and forth. And flapping them up and down. And you're just letting them with the forearm, elbows are to your side. And keeping them bent, then your elbows are lifting. You're flapping your wings. And bring it back down, bringing them up. And this time, I want you to sink down so your knees are bending. And I want you to just try and, with that same air of your body, give it a little twist. You can use your hands to kind of blow yourself, but just think of it twisting and going from side to side, but using this part. So I want you to feel that it's like your muscles are going and turning in there. So you can hold on here. And two more, and then we're going to go towards our final. Bend these, and going up and down again. Stretching as you come up. up. Let's just straighten your knees. And back down again. And each time you straighten up, see if you can go a little lower. You can also let it hang at this point. Try and bend his knees now. And then go down and let it hang there. Knees bent. Try to relax again. Exhale, try to go a little lower. And breathing in and exhale, try to go a little lower. And breathing in and go a little lower. Roll that up. And let's do one quick weight shift before we finish up. Yes, that's what we're going to be working on there in the choreography workshop. So again, planting your feet, very sturdy position. And I just want you to feel, think of your shoulders and hips as a square, and like you're shifting that square over one leg, and this other leg's just there for balance. And pushing into the ground with this leg, you're moving your body back and forth. And pushing into the ground. Pushing to the ground. Forth. Pushing to the ground, and back and forth. Pushing to the ground. And let's just finish up with a few more knee bends. As you're bending your knees, I want you to, again, you can put your hand on it. Think about the top, just above your knees. This muscle here is engaging. It's right above your knees. That it's pushing you up and it's controlling going down and controlling going up. And big breath in. And big breath out. And stretching to this side, trying to reach the walls. And give yourself a hug, because you deserve it. Happy Wednesday. So glad you could join me this morning, Fireflies. Hopping right back on for the intermediate, get ready for the day routine. Feel free to join that or watch that, or just hang out with us. After that is choreography routine, so stay tuned. All right, my Fireflies. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to all of you